Go ahead, Jackie.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to On a Water Break, the podcast where we talk about everything you and your friends are talking about at rehearsal on a water break. This week we are live on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Plus, we have some super amazing news-making guests. We'll also find out what made Steven say and why Nicole said. All this and more on this week's episode on a water break.
8 off the mat and go.
Welcome to On a Water Break, the podcast where we talk everything marching arts.
Everyone, bring it in.
It's time for a water break. Hey everyone, it's Jackie. We have a great episode this week, and we are live, so who knows what could possibly happen. It's always hectic and crazy whenever we do the live show. We also have amazing fun guests on the sidelines this week. But before we go check them out, make sure you go and subscribe on your favorite listening app, write us a review, share the topic that you want to talk about, email us onabreakpost@gmail.com, or you can find us on social media at On a Water Break, wherever you get your social media. DM us if you want to be on the show, or you can fill out our form. We will get that and we will put you on our show. Check it out at our link in bio. So, on that week.
I don't know if you're talking to me or not. It's coming through super choppy, Jackie, but I'm excited to be on the sidelines.
Same. Me too.
I have been doing a whole lot of band camp, and I am finally free.
Happy for you on that one, because no band camp for me.
What have you been up to lately?
Who, me?
Yeah, go ahead, Nicole.
Okay. I've got pretty much like a handful. When I say a handful, like in all, I think I had 7 clients this summer going into the fall. So some groups just got flags and some groups got uniforms and flags. And then I had 2 groups that got uniforms, flags, backdrops, band uniforms. So when it has more things going into it, like I feel like I've become good friends with the band directors, or either the nagging that keeps calling and doesn't want, they don't want to talk to you. But it's fun to, go through all that. And I can't wait to see what all of that work looks like on the field. So, nice.
Yeah, I mean, that's got to be a super busy time of year for you right now, because everyone's calling and they're all like, where's my stuff?
Okay, so I haven't gotten any of those calls yet.
Because
I actually tell them at the very initial meeting, like, you're going to hear from me kind of ad nauseum. So if you can't do anything, with me right now, then give me a text back. Hey, we also have Jase here. Jase Peeples, how are you?
Hello. Thank you so much for having me back on.
You're welcome. Now, I wasn't on the original episode that you were on when we were promoting Twirl.
Yes.
However, I did go out and get the book and read it. And I was very happy to see that. And then that's when I started going, I'm a rabbit hole kind of person. If I read a book or if I see a movie that I really like, I'm going to be like, ooh, where is this person from? Or what else did they do? Now, since I already know about Color Guard. So I was just like, nice. Oh, okay. And then like just looking through and I'm like, okay, now that I see like pictures of you in your uniform when you were younger, I'm just like, I believe 100% that we probably crossed paths in some way, shape, or form.
Oh God, yes. And yeah, I have to say, over watching the show over the past couple of months, I've become such a fan of yours, Nicole. You always have like such great insights that you share. So thank you.
That feels great coming from those times when you're like, okay, what am I doing with my life? And then it's like,
an amazing summer. Not only like an incredible DCI season, but I've been out, promoting the book for a while now, and just getting the reception from my color guard and drum corps family has been amazing. I was just in LA. We had a signing at the Barnes and Noble at the Grove down there.
Oh,
and
wow.
So who I hadn't seen in like years and years, who I used to march with, or who marched in other guards. And it's just so nice that this activity gives us lifelong friends that pop up when you least expect them sometimes. It's wonderful.
I just had an idea that we should actually have some of your copies of Twirl at WGI and set up a little place where you can actually like sign.
Well, funny that you mentioned that, because I am planning on going to WGI and getting a table there to be available for that week. So,
That's so smart.
That's really cool.
Thank you.
Well, also joining us on the sidelines this week, we have Jade Rhode, who is a proud marching arts mom whose son Finley lives and breathes band already, especially for the Ohio State University Marching Band. So from rearranging furniture for field sets or leading living room parades, Finley's passion is nothing short of contagious. And she's going to give us her full 32 counts in a second. But I wanted to welcome to the show as well, Jade Rhode. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me. Good to be here.
Awesome. Well, I want to hear all about Finley in a second here, but let's start with your 32 count life story so that our whole audience can learn everything about you in about 30 seconds.
All right, I'm ready. Haven't rehearsed. See how it goes.
From birth to today, all of it.
Okay. All right. I'm from a small town in South Carolina where I met my husband in Hanahan. It's just outside of Charleston. He was in theater. I picked up flute in 6th grade. I played piccolo in marching band for 5 years. It was the highlight of my life. About 10 years after we graduated high school and after reconnecting on Facebook, we got married. And in 2021, we had our son Finley. He turns 4 at the end of the month. We have a dog named Lucy. We have a turtle named Oliver. We have a saltwater fish tank. And we live and breathe marching bands.
Nice.
There we go.
That was so good.
Thank you.
Got it in right in time. Well, I'm excited to hear a little bit about Finley as well, because we only got a little bit about Finley there in the 32 count life story.
Sure.
When did you first realize he had a passion for marching band?
Yeah, it's been a series of events. It started, we took him to see, I have a little brother who was a sophomore in high school at the time. We took him to see a football game here in our small town. And he loved it, but he was freshly 2 years old. So we took him home and, they don't understand. So he was asking, when are we going to go back and see more football and more football? So we put it on YouTube, found the high school and put it on YouTube. And I tell you that barely 2-year-old sat there and watched a high school football game on YouTube for over 2 hours. I could not believe it. And he wanted to do it again the next day and the next day. And then he started just asking for the first 2 or 3 minutes over and over and over again. And he called it flags. He was really excited about the color guard being there and hearing the music of the fight song, the marching band all lined up and the football players running through. That was contagious and he loved it. But Mama was tired of watching those same 2-3 minutes over and over again. It was around that same time he was starting to pay attention to what we have in our, like when we have our phones up. And he heard, I came across a reel on Facebook, and it was the Bluey intro song being played by Purdue on the marching field. This 30-second clip. 30 seconds is shorter than 2 minutes. So we watched it, and I was tired. So I went looking for the full halftime show. It's a cartoon halftime show. And it's like 11 minutes. Whew, I get a little break, and he would watch it over and over, start performing it more and more. He would look past the cheerleaders in the foreground to watch the band and recreate what the band was doing.
It's my kind of kid.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty cool. It's easy for me to plug right into because I have, a history with marching band. So I thought, let me look up some point of view videos from the field. And that's when we found Ohio State, and from every angle imaginable. And so the rest is history.
Yeah. Wow. He's doing. Yeah.
I was amazed too to find how quickly he found the beat. It just came really naturally to him. And I guess to answer your question, that's when I really noticed that there was something big here.
So back in the 1900s is what I like to say. Before we had all the videos on the phones and everything like that, whenever there was a video up, you would, or a video, like VHS, you put those things in, you played it, rewound it, played it, rewound it. Then you went outside and tried to recreate it. At least that's what I did.
Right.
And so were your son to be doing that at what, almost 4?
Yeah, he's not quite 4, and he's been doing it for over a year and a half. So it's been close to 2 years he's been doing this. So he's well practiced at this point.
Wow. I hope that there is that he keeps going with it, because by the time he's even 12, it's gonna be amazing.
Yeah. And we love to watch it as much as we love to play it. But it's a part of every game we play, whether we're pretending to march and play with instruments around the living room, or if he's creating formations with his cars, his crayons, his grapes, he's thinking of it all the time.
Well, this is pretty crazy. I mean, Jase just wrote a book, but Jase, when did you start? Because I think he's way ahead of you. Finley's off to a good start here.
Oh, for me, God, I didn't start until I was 14. So yeah, he was
it sounds to me like Finley might write a book by the time he's 13.
Stay tuned. Yeah.
Wow. Well, what's it like watching your child fall in love with the activity in such a pure kind of imaginative way?
It's nostalgic. It's heartwarming. It's kind of amazing. And I just feel like I'm called to help give him more opportunity to do that. My husband feels the same way. My husband created a felt a marching band field for him to play on, like you might do for a train rug or car roads, and has made him drums, and it's so much fun for all of us, but it took us by surprise, particularly I have to say this Ohio State thing, because we don't live in Ohio. Mm-hmm. Look, I know we live in South Carolina. I can enjoy a football game, but I don't follow any football leagues. It's just not important to me or my husband. So when all of a sudden we know the Ohio State fight song and alma mater, it's a shock to the system. I know way more about Ohio State than I ever did. So it's tons of fun.
Can I just say applause to you, Jade, because not a lot of parents would be so quick to support their child in the marching arts. And what a wonderful, wonderful gift you're giving him already.
Well, thanks. I honestly feel that's sweet. We're all doing it. It's kind of all making all of us better. So we're just bonding over it and having a blast.
That's
nice.
Awesome.
Thanks.
Well, that's super cool. We'll talk more about it in a little bit, but I want to take a moment and just preview some of the amazing episodes and other bonus content that we have going on here. For starters, we've got an episode remembering Bruno Zacala, Guard Glam and Burnout in the Band Room. So this is a heart-forward tribute and a frank talk on burnout, glam, and band camp realities with Nicole, Ricardo, Whitney, Trish, and our guest, Dr. Ryan Browner. Quotes you can use here. We've got to grieve out loud. We're allowed to take up space. Band kids are out here melting. I remember Bruno or Ricardo even said that Bruno was the sparkle. So that's a great episode. Really advise everyone checks that one out. Boston Crusaders episode that we just took care of. So obviously Boston Crusaders won DCI this year. Got to talk a lot about that, along with unfortunate news of some band trailer theft. I feel like throughout the entire arc of this podcast, we keep on covering how people are stealing equipment from band programs.
I'm glad someone else covered it because I was so steamy when I found out about it. I was like, I used to be the person that always came back and talked about that.
It keeps happening, unfortunately. But also choreo tips rather. So in that one, we've got Josh Smith, Dalton Stout, Clara Bagwell, and Eric Levi, really talking a lot about DCI, PASIC 2025. So that's a great episode. We've got 2 other episodes wanted to shout out, from Cadet Guard to the World Stage, Meridian World Guard, Heat Safety, and WGI's Regional Plus. This is one with you, Nicole, and Alicia. Do you want to talk on that episode a little bit since you were there for that one?
Yeah, so we just spoke with both of the directors from Meridian and what their trajectory was for the next season. But there's also a new, I want to say, format for the way that WGI is doing their regionals, and so we dove into that a little bit more. Watch the episode to find out. And it was right during marching band season, so we were talking about all the ways, like, hey, because there was in Mississippi, I want to say, like 11 kids went down in one rehearsal because so and that got a lot of interaction and a lot of people talking to see what could actually happen to prevent that, like in different ways. So it was really good to get through all of that and just talk about all of the things. And also Angela runs a cadet guard, and I told her, I was like, hey, it takes a certain person with a gigantic amount of patience to be I guess you could say a cadet guard director. So we talked about that for a little bit too. Yep. And
then I believe you're also on the other episode we want to shout out with Alicia and Whitney, the one for body shaming in the marching arts.
Yeah, we did that a little while ago. I think we just got it to the point where we were going to film it. And wow, that was a little bit ago. It was during Winter Guard season. But just going through and sharing some stories. So I know that I don't want to say I don't think that there's a trigger warning, but maybe if that's something that's sensitive to you, we do talk a lot about our own personal stories of having that happen to us while we are there. But also we had some other people on to talk about if you are an instructor and how you should approach people like that. Like it's just, it comes from all facets. It comes from all the way around.
Right. Well, that seems like a good episode as well. I think that there's a lot that everyone could learn there, or stuff that might even be useful for you if you're a marching member. So check out all those great episodes that we've got. And of course, plenty more episodes to come each week. So on that note, I need to go set up the living room. Jade needs to go grab Finley, and we will be right back from a short commercial break.
Celebrating its 25th anniversary, Guard Closet was founded as a consignment shop in 2000. Since then, it has grown to become your one-stop shop for the marching arts.
Do you need consignment uniforms and flags for your color guard, marching band, or drumline? We have thousands of sets of consignments in stock and ready to ship.
Do you need show design and custom choreography? Our designers have years of experience in the marching arts.
Do you need to sell your items and clear out your storage areas? We take in more than 600 sets of consignments each year and return hundreds of thousands of dollars to our consigners for their sales.
Do you need to have your students order shoes, gloves, and other equipment? We can set up a microsite for easy student ordering of a wide variety of items.
Do you need custom costumes or flags? We can help get you great designs from our team through top vendors like Show Day Designs.
Have you listened to our podcast On a Water Break? Weekly episodes and bonus content keep you entertained and informed with what's going on in the marching arts.
For over 25 years, Guard Closet has been here to help. Check us out at guardcloset.com or follow us on social media.
Hello, and we are back. Now it is time for the news.
Okay, I'll get us started because the first story here is something I was working hard to try to prevent. I tried so hard, but I could not succeed. The Reading Buccaneers won in their second ever DCI All-Age Championship and most likely their millionth DCA All-Age Championship. Great year for Bucks. They scored a 97.525. I know at least in the percussion section, they had a lot of really, really experienced members. Wouldn't be surprised if that was true for the rest of the core as well. But shout out to the Buccaneers. They did an outstanding job, had an outstanding show and a great run. The Hawthorne Caballeros came in second place with a 95.775. And my Bushwhackers made it to third place with a 94.25. However, my percussion section came in second. So we will take that. That's a good show for us this year.
That is something to be proud of. Yeah, man.
Yep, dragging up the average. So shout out to a DCA All-Age Weekend Band is super fun. The rest of the core is performing there. ACV, Atlanta CV, came in fourth with a 91.625. Cincinnati Tradition with a 90.95. Hurricanes, the Connecticut Hurricanes, which honestly, the more I think about that, makes no sense. Why are they the Connecticut Hurricanes? They don't have hurricanes up there. But 89.55 for the Connecticut Hurricanes, and the White Sabres score an 87.475. So I love all age. I think that the move to Indianapolis and the DCI for all of those cores has been really awesome, actually, and makes it a way better experience. Can't wait to run it back next year and, probably beat the Buccaneers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. We're gonna. Yeah.
I have been seeing a lot on my feed because I used to be.
It's a whole new animal.
Yeah. I've been seeing it all on my feed that people are like, oh, it's so weird not being in Pennsylvania this weekend. This
right.
is. And I'm just like, yeah, I get it. Cause I used to march in upstate New York. And so if it wasn't in Rochester, in my backyard, then it was in Scranton.
Williamsport. Or Scranton. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's way better. I guess I would be driving home from freaking Rochester today if we didn't fix this and get us all out to Indy. So I think it's a much better system. I love it.
Yeah, I like it. Well, I have the second one. The second news story. It's the Spartans secure historic open class three-peat. So the Spartans earned their third consecutive open class title with an 82.150. And that was at DCI finals. So they did some kind of, I want to say trial mock run that they were still in open class, but still doing some world-class things. And I think this kind of puts them into the mix of, hey, you're going to be completely world class next summer.
I'm hearing that too. So you've heard that Spartans is going to just be a world class core next summer?
Well, we're going to go into this and find out. So at the Indiana Wesleyan University Stadium on Tuesday night, that's when Spartans had their rare DCI history of a three-peat. So after that, they were the fourth. They've been the fourth of 5 competitive seasons in DCI world class, open class world championship finals. So winning by a commanding margin. Let's see. So since the inception of open class in 2008, the Spartans have just had a second core to win 3 titles in a row. So that's amazing. I think what's going to happen for them as far as they go on is to probably still have this happen. However, the first time in the core history that they've ever been in the top 3 was Battalion. They actually came in third. Gold was second, and they had an 80.875. And then the Colombians were fourth. I know I went out of order for all of that.
All right. Noted. Don't let Nicole run retreat. All right. Okay.
It keeps people on their toes. They're like, but they're fourth place. Who cares? I do. But I do think that they'll probably be world next year because this whole I guess you could say format platform of them, being open class but competing world class, because they were beating some world class corps when they were actually performing with world class. So, I'm just gonna say it. I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna be there or not. But like the rumblings that I'd heard from a lot of other people was that they should just be open class. So, sorry, not open class. They should just be world class.
I was going to say that'd be a pretty pessimistic person rumbling. Stay in open class.
Well, you never know when people try to whisper.
There's a lot of really pessimistic people on the internet, though.
It's true.
But through the rest of open class, 5th place, I'll do this in order. 5th place was River City Rhythms with 76.3. 6th place was 7th Regiment, 74.225. And then Raiders in 7th place was 73.75. Open class is very competitive.
Absolutely.
Itself. Like when you talk about a neighborhood, like the neighborhood is the whole class pretty much.
Yeah, you're right. That's kind of crazy.
Oh, cool.
All right,
I hope to see them in world class next year. Let me put that out there.
Yeah, I hope to as well. I know
getting
that
into a new season.
I was just going to say they've got a great percussion team. They should be world class. They actually already are plenty world class as a percussion team. They should just be competing.
It's all good. My connection is lagging for anybody. I'm not trying to be rude. But we're going to be going into a new season here with Bands of America this fall. And it is going to start September 20th. There are going to be regionals in Austin, Las Cruces, Toledo, McAllen. And then they announced that their Grand Nationals are going to be in Indianapolis, November 13th through 15th. So make sure you check out marching.musicforall.org if you want to see the full schedule of where Bands of America is going to be performing. But I'm pretty excited to see that. And also pray for me because I'm going to be getting back into judging. I have 3 contests scheduled for myself after not having judged for a while.
I'm so proud of you, Jackie.
So the babies are going to be there with their babysitter, and I'm going to do my best.
Nice. A well-deserved break for an afternoon there as you go and you put in all that work.
Right?
Well,
break from being a mom and just sort of jump into working really hard. So.
All right, well, I've got our next story here. I think that I talked about this one a few months ago when they proposed it, and now it is becoming real. So,
did you put it in yourself?
What was that?
Did you put that in yourself?
No. No way. I do not touch the rundown, Nicole. But WGI has approved a mandatory strobe light warning and announced during the scripts and before they'd announce a show. So if you're going to use strobe lights, and I think this is a great decision, it will now have to be very properly warned and communicated to the audience that you are about to strobe at. At least they should know. I still think that, maybe you just don't need to do it. That's just my opinion. But at least now we have, I think, a better system around it. And something else that's interesting for percussion coming up, I know they were testing this out in California for their local circuit championships, but they're going to start using some acoustic carpet panels. So the idea here is to deaden the sound a little bit more and make things speak a little bit less boomy inside the UD arena. They started using those last year in California. And I think I remember John Mapes and maybe some other folks from just really, really big successful designers for percussion out there saying that they thought it helped and they liked it and they wanted to see WGI implement it. Well, WGI has approved it. So they're going to go in there. They're going to try them out this year. I'm interested to see how that'll change the sound in the UD arena.
I've got a story as well. Not quite, it's not a happy one, but I think it's important to talk about too. Especially as a mom. This story is out of Leander School District in Texas, where as we know, there have been a lot of inclement weather and flash flooding. And unfortunately, we have lost a young marching member of Glenn High School, 15-year-old kid. Cannot imagine how those parents are feeling, but I know band kids, and band kids are the best kids. And so it is, I just got goosebumps. It is heartbreaking to think of this young 15-year-old rising sophomore losing his life in the flash flooding. Sorry. And I know that his band misses him horribly. They had a tribute. And there was like a sweet story in the article I read where he was wearing a shirt that says, you know, all in, and his band director says, we should say his name, Braxton Jarman. And he said, Braxton, are you all in? And he said, I'm always all in. So band kids.
Wow. Yeah.
That's very sad.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing, Jade. We're very sad to hear that, but definitely good remembrance for Braxton.
Right. So I have the next one. So Clark Atlanta University Panthers star at the MLB All-Star Game. Okay. So Clark Atlanta's University marching band, Marching Panthers, and the Essence Dance Line performed at the Major League Baseball? Yes. All-Star Game. Y'all, I don't sports ball. Okay. So when you put up acronyms in front of me, I have to be like,
yeah.
I got it.
I also do not sports ball.
But they were there for the pregame ceremony along with the Atlanta Icons. So in the press release that they that we were reading about for this, like Jermaine Dupri was there, Ludacris, Kane Brown. There are just a lot of, just a lot of like really like celebrities. Like we have inside of our own little niche of marching band, we have our celebrities. However, these were like the celebrities that everyone knows, no matter, you know, what genre you put them in. But like they had Zach Brown Band, and that's where Kane Brown is from. Singer-songwriter Lauren Spencer Smith, and all kinds of just different cultures and different kinds of music that was there. Let's see, with Ludacris, or excuse me, Jermaine Dupri. With Jermaine Dupri, he has won numerous awards, including a Grammys for Song of the Decade. A few years later, Ludacris amplified the momentum of having 18 top 10 #1 hits, selling over 20 million albums. With the like, they were all framed by the way that everything was set up. They were all framed by the Clark Atlanta Mighty Marching Panthers and the Essence Dance Line. And they played Welcome to Atlanta as a duo for energy performance by, like, you know, lights and stuff like that. It was their pre-show. You know what I mean? To have that all come down together. But it was just a great thing. So this is the 95th Midsummer Classic, and it'll be televised nationally on Fox. The coverage begins at 7 p.m. Trying to find a date on here. Did I already say it? I did not. Oh, Tuesday, July 15th. Oh, it's already passed. But I'm sure you can still look it up on YouTube. Everything is on there. But yeah, take a look at that. That's awesome.
Nice. Yeah, pretty crazy to see people perform with like Ludacris and stuff and all. It reminds me of like my Eagles drumline experience. Definitely just love seeing band in other contexts.
Yeah.
All right. But Jase, I think you have our last story here, right?
I do. Okay, so can we talk? Maybe you've seen this in your feeds all as well. I hope you have. Can we talk for a minute about the Wizard of Oz opening at the Sphere in Vegas? Have you seen this book?
No.
It's a classic Wizard of Oz film, and it's being screened in the Sphere, and it's been designed specifically for that arena. It's being called a 5D experience, and they have dropping from the sky.
So good.
Have you guys seen this? Anyone?
No.
You owe it to yourself to go check it out. And I bring this up because it is such a next level spectacle. And I think whether you are a teacher or you are a performer, I think anytime you can see some kind of a performing art or something that is just new and different, you owe it to yourself to go see it. So I know not everyone could go get tickets. I swear to God, I'm not a show for this. Like, not being paid by them, but it's just amazing. You owe it to yourself to at least check out the clips online, and just you never know where inspiration is going to come from, and that is inspiration if I've ever seen it. So check it out.
Cool. I will definitely go check it out. It is funny to imagine that you're shilling for the Wizard of Oz.
It is beautiful and so imaginative. I've been seeing all those videos on Facebook and stuff, and it's just incredible. I would love to be able to go see it in person.
And how many have we seen someone do the Wizard of Oz as a theme? So I'm sure something is going to be taken from that and incorporated into some Winter Guard show or some marching band show. The effects are just the way they do it in real time. It's incredible.
Well, that's cool. I am definitely going to go check that out. And then I am definitely going to go steal from it for my UP baseline this winter. Nice. Well, it's time for our Peak Group Travel Tip of the Week, brought to you by our sponsors at Peak Group Travel. They help you navigate your next adventure, whether it's across the country or
Throwing
just
apples into the audience.
Hi, everyone. It's time for your travel tip of the week with me. I'm Beth with Peak Group Travel. If you're doing a special performance on your next tour, make sure you contact the venue to be sure of everything that's included. Things like electricity, chairs, stands, lighting, and maybe even large percussion instruments might not be included. So make sure you check before you leave in case you need to bring anything on your own. Don't forget to like and follow Peak Group Travel on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And be sure to email info@peakgrouptravel.com when you're ready to start planning your next performance tour. This is Beth with Peak Group Travel and your travel tip of the week. Ready to elevate your travel game? Welcome to Peak Group Travel, the ultimate adventure creators. Whether you're planning an unforgettable class trip, a once-in-a-lifetime parade experience for your marching band, or a choir tour full of memorable performance venues, Peak Group Travel handles it all, so you can focus on making memories. From breathtaking international destinations to amazing adventures right here at home, Peak Group Travel customizes every journey to your vision. We're not just planners, we're your partners for the trip you want for your students. Our online registration portal makes managing your pre-trip experience smooth and convenient. We even collect your payments if you'd like. Picture it, effortless planning, unmatched experiences, and smiles that last long after the journey ends. That's the Peak Group Travel difference. And if you choose to partner with Peak on your next tour, and you mention that you heard about us on the On a Water Break podcast, you'll earn a $100 trip credit. Discover why groups everywhere trust Peak Group Travel. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn, and be sure to visit peakgrouptravel.com today. You pick the date, and we'll make it great.
Okay, everyone. We're back. About to do our fun thing. We always do fun things. But it is time for our 60-second tech block.
60-second tech block.
60-second tech block! I always feel like I'm being yelled at. Always. And I love it.
I love that.
That was Ricardo. We actually taught together this summer at Academy. Oh gosh. So in this segment, this is where one of our hosts, our guests, are put on the spot to deliver a nonstop 60-second tech block on a topic that needs some serious attention after the run we just had. Our special tech this week has come prepared with 3 topics that they can talk about for a full 60 seconds straight. No hesitation, no pauses, just pure technical gold. So this week, let's see. Since you did such an amazing job last time, I think we'll throw it over to Jase. So Jase,
you. I think
you're ready. I mean, you'll be all right.
All right. I think I got a topic that's important. All right, I'm ready. Let's go.
So, Jase, you said that your topics were 1, supporting other sections in the band, 2, Bruno Zuccala in his memory history, or 3, skipping rehearsal for no good reason. Okay, everyone, what do we want Jase to be talking about?
Ooh, I can I vote for my own?
It goes into the pool. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I would like to talk about the importance of supporting other sections within the band since we're just getting ready to go into marching band season.
Okay. Yes. All right.
Well, I actually like that idea a lot too, because we got a new percussion writer this summer at Bush, and I thought one thing that was awesome was how well he supported the entire band. So I think that that's a great idea. And I'm going to time you for 60 seconds, and I'm going to cut you off very rudely at 60.
Understandably so. All right. So Stephen's got 60 seconds up. What about you two, Jackie, Jade? Same thing?
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one I want.
Okay. All right, great. Well, it's unanimous.
Let's do
All
it.
right. So we've got it 60 seconds on the clock.
I feel
Jade?
like we did, Bruno definitely deserves all of the honoring, but we had a whole episode about him. So I think, and I really want to know what Jase has to say about supporting too. So
yeah,
let's do it.
Perfect. All right. Jase, you ready?
Let's do it.
And here we go.
All right. I want to say that in today's world, there seems to be like a lot of negativity a lot of times floating around in a lot of different ways. And marching bands and color guards are one area where we kind of get to be ourselves and be in a very inclusive, supportive environment. And if you are one of the people in your own group that's tearing down another section, you're also just hurting yourself. So I want to say that remember that all groups are a team. And whether you're in the color guard or you're in the percussion, you can help build as much as you can tear down within your own group. And sometimes just hearing from your own team member, maybe you're not really great friends with that person who's a flute way over on the other side, but letting them know they did a great job whenever they finished that section, or hey, that solo that you just played, that was amazing. Sometimes getting a compliment from within your own team can do so much more than you realize. And so rather than be somebody who points out the negative all the time in your team, point out the positive and helps build your team. Tell the percussion that was a great run. Tell your drum major what a great job.
Wait, stop.
60 second tech block.
I'm kidding. Keep going.
60-second tech block! I so thought you were going to say something else. I didn't know that the time had run out. I was like, what?
No, either. Sorry. I was saying what was in my heart.
Going. Keep on
No,
going.
that's so great. And I can't wait to get this into a clip so I can get it out to every place, because that's something, like Stephen said, like this is something that every marching band should be listening to.
And can I just add to that? Like, take the time to get to know the people who are teaching you a little bit more. Ask them about their history. Ask them about the lessons that they have learned. What can you glean from that? What can you as a color guard person learn from that new guy in the percussion? How can you help build each other? Because the more you open yourselves up to other experiences within your team and your activity, the better performer you're going to be.
Absolutely. Oh, you're here. Very good.
Yep.
I agree. And I even think back to just some lines I was a part of when I was younger, and I was maybe either a little shyer or just a little more like overwhelmed by just needing to do my own job. I didn't take the time to really learn the rest of the sections in the band. And I feel like the better ensembles I was a part of at the end of my time, I really took time to know everyone. And then I felt like we were so much more locked in because everyone was like really cohesive. It's a lot easier to do that in a drum line. There's only like 40 of us compared to a drum corps with 160 plus, but definitely worth it.
I do think sometimes we can get into the pain Olympics sometimes, like, oh, who has it harder? The color guard has it harder. Or, the pit just gets to stand there. It's hard to stand in the sun and sit there and play some really complex things that they're doing. So look for where you can learn from those things and where you can build up your other team members, because it's just going to make a better show and a better program overall.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
Everyone has their hardships in those seasons. And honestly, too, I know a lot of people do pick on pit sometimes, but like those pushes are real, especially when you have to go so far to your field. And you've got a big old marimba and you're having to, your water jug, your backpack, and then you're pushing this hundreds of pounds, of pieces of equipment.
And you
So
got to remember too, like, sure, spring training might be nice. You get
yeah.
to push the equipment into a room. All tour, the pit is waking up earlier than you and usually going to bed later than you because they have all these truck responsibilities. So they might stand around all day facing one direction, getting their sun burnt the heck out of them. But they've got their own set of difficult things that they have to deal with all summer long.
I would love to add this one last thing about this. Sorry, I'm on my soapbox now. But I heard a great analogy from a friend who did percussion. And he said, all marching bands are like a Christmas tree. And that the percussion is like the stem, the trunk, and they hold everything together. And the band are like the needles and the branches. And the color guard, they're the lights and the ornaments. And if you don't have any one of those three things, you don't have a Christmas tree.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love that.
No, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So
All right.
that was a solid 60-second tech block. Thank you, Jade. Hopefully someone out there got, some tech that they needed from all that. But now it's time to switch things up. And it's time for our favorite, what are we doing?
What are we doing?
What are we doing?
I can always tell who vibes with this. Always know it's gonna be Steven because of all the percussion that's in it.
We just got quarter notes. It's nothing but quarter notes.
So
you don't need much.
Y'all, this is the part of the show where we let loose a little bit, or maybe a lot. And this is your chance to rant about something in the marching arts that doesn't make sense. So maybe it's a tradition that needs to go, or a habit that performers have that doesn't seem to work, or maybe it's just something that you think, why aren't we doing this? Or why haven't we started doing this? So whatever it is, this is your moment to call it out. So who's got something to get off their chest?
All right, I'll jump on the sword. I have been with United Percussion. This is my 6th year, I guess I'm going on. So I love United. I'm not trying to knock it too much. But one thing I'm thinking on, we're in recruiting season and we're still using Facebook. And yes, that's where a lot of the band community is. But we're trying to find kids that are marching age, under 21, that want to do this. And it just makes me wonder, like, where do we go now? Where should the band community move to? Because I don't think kids are on Facebook, but I also have no clue where else we should be. So I guess my question for all you guys is, where do we go to recruit if kids aren't on Facebook anymore?
You hit up all those other social media platforms. Like, I don't know if a lot of people use Discord, because that's a thing that kids are using.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how popular Twitch is anymore, but everyone's getting on there and doing different things in real time. Please don't ask me how I know this, being I know that I'm one of the older people on this. But but there's that. And then obviously the other things like, Instagram. Kids are all over Instagram. Kids are all over TikTok. It's one of those other platforms that you have to use. And you can tie them all together too. So it's not like you have to stop using Facebook, but put
right.
all of
Like we should still have our Facebook group. But I just do start to wonder, it's like, really, that's our primary place of distributing information to kids that are under 21. I just don't think they're there. And if they're there, I don't think they have notifications turned on. It's I don't know. I think we got to scratch our heads a little bit and figure out some other means.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Definitely
Who's got another what are we doing for this one?
Am I next? I can be next. Goodness gracious. So what are we doing? And I'm going off of my own thing here. What are we doing? Oh gosh, like what is it? It's September 1st. What are we doing calling around about getting uniforms around this time? Yeah. I mean, if you work backwards, and this is
my gosh,
coming
right?
from, personal, and yeah, Jackie, too. It's September 1st. Oh, we need this kind of uniform. Oh, okay. And you want it to be a certain way. Well, it's going to take some time. If you have a show that's going to be coming out in like 2 weeks from now, you're not going to have it on that day. Planning earlier and this is something I tell all my clients, planning earlier is probably the best way you can go about ensuring that you're going to get your uniforms in time. And if not, then it's consignment all the way. Or you jump on Facebook on those pages. And if someone's selling something that you like, yes, but like your actual vision is not going to be the vision that you have. And it's in the nicest way possible. It's just sheer lack of planning. Like, I know that if you are in all of the realms of the marching, arts, then yeah, you just came off of DCI tour. And then probably went straight into college marching band, but you also work with a high school marching band. Well, honestly, at the very beginning of things, and yes, I understand that I do the most. I get it. But at the same time, mark your calendars with different times with, hey, this is the time I need to start doing this. This is the time that I need to start calling around about this. Because what'll happen is you'll talk to someone in those companies and this is what I want. And yes, I want it to be custom. And then they come back to you like, you're not going to get this for a lot of weeks or a number of weeks. And that's a hard thing to say, but at the same time too, it's just like, you may not get what you want, but maybe take a look at the consignment side. Like at Guard Closet, we have lots of uniforms that are ready to be sold. But yeah, exactly. Okay, Jase.
Can I tag on to that? Because my water week so has to do with like this planning ahead situation, because this is the time of year, and this happens every year, that like request for a quote for choreography is like flooded with requests. And they're like, we need it into show in 2 days. And sorry, you're not going to get an entire custom color guard show in 2 days. Yeah, especially when we're like wrapping up all of the other clients who planned their show months in advance, and you're slowly working through. Yeah, you're going to have some fees for rushing things, but seriously, like having an entire show in 2 days is just not something that's going to happen.
No. And I will just put a pin in it here, but I'm letting people know this is your PSA for winter season. Mark your calendar in, the end of October to get that stuff in, especially if you're trying to get that done for your winter. Jase, what are we doing?
It's an oldie but a goodie. What are we doing about not communicating changes in the music to the color guard staff ahead of time? Pet peeves. You're wasting your time and ours.
H2O. All those things. Yes. That always used to be the bane of my existence when teaching, and they were like, oh yeah, we're gonna do the change, and then like the color guard is standing there ready to go, but they're like, what change?
And also, I could choreograph something better that would have hit this moment a little stronger. We could have had all of this greatness already happening ahead of time, but now I have to wait for a whole other block or a whole other rehearsal before I get to catch back up because you didn't communicate.
Communicate with your staff. Changes. All right.
My turn?
Yes, Jade.
What are we doing? So I am coming from a unique perspective here. I'm with all you professional marching arts folk, but I'm just re-entering the marching band world after 15, dare I say, 2 decades. So I'm looking and thinking how much things have changed. And from my old timers perspective, it's never easy to accept the change. And I think I might be speaking directly to judges here in this podcast, but the judges on the field from just a viewer's perspective. And I totally get it. But from the band parent, from the viewer's perspective, how it interrupts the magic just a little bit, how it distracts from the art. I know I'm to blame. I'm watching them. They're there. But I also remember being on the field, and we were told to stare at the box and look for the color of the judge's eyes. And that kept us focused. And having the judges right there in your space is a little intimidating, and might distract also from their performance. So that's what I got. I'm sorry.
No, this is a good one, because I've got some thoughts on it too. I think a lot of the circuits, at least a lot of the big ones, have kind of felt the same way you did, and they've taken the judge off the field. So for there to be some other local circuits across the country, I think they should follow suit. But then a different question I have, I think they still haven't figured it out great, even in the big one, because now we have like a percussion judge who is standing like near the pit somewhere, trying to evaluate, but we are cleaning to where the judges sit up top. Right. So it's like they haven't taken the full step of removing the judge from the field. Now they have the judge in a weird spot where it's like, my baseline's not meant to sound pleasant to you right there. They're supposed to sound good up there.
Exactly.
So I think it's they should just keep everyone up in the box, is my opinion.
Bingo.
Phew. Good. I did one show where I was on the field, and I felt so uncomfortable. Because even when I was marching in high school, I was told, they're not there, you mow them down if they're in your way, it doesn't matter, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, and that was one of the things I was worried about first. I was like, I don't want to get in anybody's way. And, they were like, yeah, you can get on the field. You can kind of get as far on the field as you want to. And I was just like, that just seems so intrusive. Exactly. And it's just like, I can tell, and I was a visual judge. I wasn't listening to anything, but I don't know. I agree with you. I don't think that there should be, judges quite on the field. And if you are visually, yes, but as Stephen was talking about, how much can you actually evaluate if you're only 6 steps into the sideline?
Right.
Yeah. They're like, oh, your bass drums just sound really unpleasant. I don't like that sound. You weren't supposed to stand right there. It's not meant for you. It's supposed to sound good from up there.
Yeah. Exactly.
Man, it kind of reminds me of something fun too. Back when I was marching in 2018, they still had judges on the field. And at Crown that year, we were doing a show called Beast. So we were very and I remember that we used to actually try to go scare the judge. If there was a judge nearby at the right time while we were maybe doing just character stuff, jumping around, you weren't necessarily on a dot. We would go get up their face, ah! And I remember on one tape, the judge was like, dude, just calm down, man, chill. So I don't even know if we were helping our goals. He might have been frustrated. He might have been like, this is out of pocket. I'm not going to put you ahead of Vanguard tonight for that. But yeah, they got him off the field not long after. Maybe it's our fault. And they might have felt threatened, felt like they needed to get up to the box where it's safe.
Push him up there.
I want to know who's
everyone.
saving
Set your equipment down. Gush Go.
Those drummers who don't strap their drums on tight anymore, though. Wasn't lost the snare drum?
Yeah, that was back in 13, I think. Oh boy, who was that? It might have been Jeff Prospery that saved him. Can't remember.
Finley stumbled on that video at one point. We did watch that video. Yeah.
Nice.
Had to have been 15. I was there live for it, and that was a very memorable year.
Oh, it was 15. Wow. Okay, yeah. All right. Well, I'll kick off our first Gush and Go. We've got our what are we doings off our chests, and now it's time to shout out something awesome that's happening in your life. Marching arts related or maybe not. Maybe you're excited about a performance, a student success, big life event, or just something cool you want to brag about. I, for one, have something cool I'd like to brag about. Eagles Drumline is going to be out at the game Thursday night, of course, but we're going to help raise the banner for our Super Bowl champions in front of our divisional rival, the Dallas Cowboys. In times like this, I'm just like, wow, can't believe bass drum got me here. Pretty cool. So any high school kids that are out there feeling like they want to quit, maybe you're a freshman. I also wanted to quit band as a freshman, but my parents made me stay, and I'm very thankful they did that, because now I will be going to the Eagles home opener, lifting that banner, and hopefully soon, I really thought I'd have it by today, I will have a little championship ring on my finger from all my good years playing bass drum. So
nice.
Awesome.
that's my gush and go for today. But what do you have, Nicole?
Oh goodness. I don't know if I should be gushing and going about how busy I'm going to be, but but I'm excited for it. Like it always makes like the lull between DCI and then the beginning of marching band season worth it. But like, yeah, I'm excited to start seeing all the different marching bands and all around. I'm doing a lot more shows in upstate New York this year. And I'm actually going to be doing 2 different traditional style shows. So that'll be fun. And one of those shows, I'm doing chorus style and traditional style in one show. So that's going to be fun. Yeah. Ooh. It's going to be a long day. Excited for it. And it's just, I like being able to see the different ways of doing things too. The only, I guess you could say, style that I haven't judged yet for marching band is, I don't want to say historic. Maybe it is military. And they only have those marching bands in Texas, as far as I know. But I would love.
I never even heard of it, actually. This is the first time I'm hearing of this.
Oh, and they always have it. UIL, which is like that governing body in Texas. When they do their different categories for, whatever year, they have a historical military. They have a military style or caption. So they judge them on that too. And I remember the first time I saw it, I was just like, this is amazing, because the drum major stays with them on the field and they do everything together. And it's, yeah. If you have, look that up on Huntington High School, I want to say, and out of Texas. Yeah. Look them up. Jase.
I think that's me. For a gush and go, I just want to say, first of all, thank you guys for an incredible summer. Since I've been running around promoting Twirl, I have gotten to reconnect with so many wonderful people in the activity. And I've loved hearing from so many of you, whether like you love the story or you want to talk about your own stories. Please keep them coming. I love this activity and how it has really, this last summer has reminded me that it has given me lifelong friends and an extended family that reaches far beyond even what I thought before. So thank you so much. I can't wait to see some of you as we continue this journey. So.
Yes, I come to WGI.
Definitely.
Jade. Yeah, we do have some big news right now. Finley is a quarter finalist right now, which means he has surpassed 99% of entries to get this far. But he is a quarter finalist for Toddler of the Year, which, if I'm being honest, is like a easy competition to criticize. Very, beauty pageant, and my kid makes everybody smile, and I love that. That's wonderful. This entering Finley into Toddler of the Year is much more about rewarding his hard work, because I just want him to have the payoff of marching band, which is the harder you work, the luckier you get. Hard work pays off, and he is putting in the work. Feels like play to him, but he is memorizing. He is paying attention, and we just wanted to give him a reward for that. And Toddler of the Year, part of the grand prize, is leading the Hollywood Christmas Parade. Could not be a better fit. Right, exactly. And then there is also a cash prize, which would more than cover an opportunity for us to take a special trip from South Carolina to Ohio and give him that big Ohio State marching band experience. Every time we say we're going to competitions, he wants to know if Ohio State is going to be there. He doesn't quite understand. But I want to just give him a little taste of manifestation. So we have a Facebook group right now where we're kind of collecting and giving daily reminders because this is the type of contest where you can vote for free every day. It actually, the voting began 8 minutes ago. So it just started. He ended his last group as number 1. We have to get to number 1 of this group to move on to semifinals. So please join us at our Facebook group, Finley's March to Toddler of the Year, where you can get links to vote.
We have someone in our cast of panelist host, Jacob, and he is a twirler for Ohio State.
Oh, that's so cool. My
So
kid would
we-
just love that.
We need to get y'all together.
Please. We really believe that Ohio State's fan base, like the Buckeyes, are going to be what opens this wide open for him if he's able to get that far. So we need their support, and would love to see them in the group.
Doing it.
Thank
Doing
you.
it. Putting the word out for you.
Thanks.
All right, Jackie, what you got for us? What you gushing going?
I am so excited. I mentioned it earlier, but I'm getting back into judging this year, and it's been a long time. So I did a little bit, just very little bit last year, and I've gotten like training and stuff, and just brushing up on some judging techniques. So I'm like kind of enjoying it. At the same time, I'm like, okay, I've got the kids, and I'm figuring out like when to fit this in, the time to do it and the time to like schedule it, and getting help with them when I go do judging. So that's kind of what I want to gush about. It's just like getting back into the swing of things. It's been such an experience, and I feel like obviously motherhood has changed me a lot from the way I was before, but I'm also utilizing all of the skills and like experiences that I have from like marching band and drum corps and everything else to get myself into this position and be able to actually like do everything and balance it all.
I am super happy for you. Like, honestly, it's just speaking from the other side. Come on. Come on. They need you. They need you.
Just stay off the field.
Right? I stay in the box. In the box.
I only ever did that once, and man, that was the scariest experience of my life, judging on the field.
Oh, sure. Especially color guard. No doubt.
Hey, it's called Gush Go, not Gush and Stay. Let's go.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for a great rehearsal this week. Thank you everyone that spent the time with us
Thank you guys so much
today.
for a great rehearsal this week.
And we really mean it.
We do really mean it.
Say it twice.
All right. Jackie, how about you do it? I'll bide some time here until the connection gets through to you, and then you got it. I feel like any second now you'll hear us. It's all you.
Okay, I got you. Thank you everyone who was spending time with us today. Stephen, Nicole, obviously I love seeing you guys each month. This whole like live stream thing. I know sometimes it can be crazy, especially when you have technological issues like I've been having all day. Jase, can you shout out where all of our listeners can find you on social media?
Oh yeah, you could just find me at Jase Peeples on Instagram. And if you're interested in ordering a copy of Twirl, you can find it on Amazon and also Barnes & Noble.
And Jade, one more time, you want to shout it out where we can find you and vote for Finley?
Yeah, there are two places you can find us. We've got some cool videos on TikTok of Finley's marching. That is at the Rhode House, and Rhode is spelled Rhode. It's our last name. But really, what I'm hoping to do for my kiddo is to have as many people in his Facebook group as possible. That is where the voting takes place, in Facebook. You must have a Facebook, and that group is Finley's March to Toddler of the Year. Please join. Yeah.
I will be there right after this podcast.
Awesome. It voting is open. So let's do it.
If you got a question or a good topic to talk about, make sure you email us at onawaterbreakpodcast@gmail.com, or you can find us on all of our social media and DM us if you want to be on the show. We also have a form for you to fill out, so go check that out in our link in bio on all of our social media. You could also just take out your phone and make a little video recording, and maybe we'll add you into the podcast. One more thing, don't forget we have a YouTube channel, so go and subscribe so you can see all of us there, and you can watch our live streams actually live. We love to include our viewer comments in the video. We love to do shout outs and things like that. So make sure you subscribe to that. And then before you close out of your podcast listening app, go subscribe to our podcast, write us a review, share this episode with a friend, follow us on social media at On a Water Break, and we'll see you at the next rehearsal on a water break.
Good practice.
Bye.
The On a Water Break podcast was produced by Jeremy Williams and Christine Reams. The intro and outro music was produced by Josh Lyda. To learn more, visit lydamusic.com. And until next time, thanks for tuning in.